UFC 262 may have lost Nate Diaz and Leon Edwards, but this card is still swole.
What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches!
Welcome to Tony's School of Self-Awareness, the only MMA channel that Diego Sanchez's coach endorses. Yes! 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 I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today we're going to go over my 4 picks in the fights that interest me most in this stacked UFC 262 card. What's that? Shabazi and Hermanson are out. How come? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about that virus. Yeah, we can't. Excuse me, the 3 fights that interest me most for this stacked UFC 262 card. Before we get into my picks, let me give a shout out to my latest patron, Chiesa. He's going to be right here. Don't forget, folks, if you want to get a shout out on Tony's MMA Corner, you can become a patron on my Patreon. As always, I will have a link in the description. Now, let's get to business. Our first fight is a featherweight bout between Shane Burgos and Edson Barboza. Shane Burgos is one of the Tigers' Puerto Rican Power Rangers. In his last bout, he lost a unanimous decision to the always tough Josh Emmett. In the other corner, we have Edson Barboza, who looks like a world beater when you see him. He owns the best spinning kick KO in the history of mixed martial arts. For some reason, he always seems to come short in those really big bouts. He did win his last fight, but his record has not been great as of late. So his back is against the wall on this one. I expect this fight to be a banger, as both guys like to stand up. While Shane Burgos may be more willing to mix it up, I still think Edson Barboza is going to get the highlight KO that I can share on my Instagram reels. Our next bout is the co-main event of the evening, in which Tony Ferguson goes up against Beneil Dariush. You know what that means? That means it's Tony time, and it's time for a Tony time workout. Body conditioning. Woo. After a Tony time workout, sometimes I can't get right to a shower. So, to avoid having parasites eat at my brain, I get Defenso body wipes. Back to the show. Tony Ferguson is on a 2-fight losing streak right now. He did lose to 2 very tough guys. One thing we know about Tony Ferguson is he's been mutilating his own body before Diego Sanchez and Joshua Fabia made it cool. So we know he's crazy, but he's that right kind of crazy. That right kind of crazy that can win you fights. In the other corner, we have Beneil Dariush, who has been quietly climbing up the ranks and now has a 6-fight win streak. He is going to be a very dangerous task for Tony Ferguson. Although Dariush has been on that amazing hot streak, I'm not ready to throw in the towel for Tony Ferguson's crazy ass. I think this fight is going to be fight in the night. I think Tony Ferguson is going to make it a very bloody night for Dariush, and he's going to pick up the decision. So, Tony Ferguson by decision. Woo! And now for the main event of the evening. We have MichaelChandler versus Charles Oliveira. Yes, I said that right. Let's keep it real. Who thought that these two would be fighting for the lightweight belt? If I told you a year ago that MichaelChandler and Charles Oliveira will be fighting for the lightweight belt, you would tell me I'm a goddamn liar. But here we are, and that's what makes MMA the most exciting spectacle in the world right now. MichaelChandler had an explosive debut against Dan Hooker, in which I actually picked against him. The reason I picked against him, because I just thought he was the other Eddie Alvarez from Bellator. In the other corner, you have Charles Oliveira, who we all know as UFC fans, we've been watching him, we know he picks up wins, but I've got to be honest, if I didn't research it, there's no way I would have known that he's on an 8-fight win streak in which 7 of those wins are finishes. And it could have easily been 8 because he almost broke Tony Ferguson's arm in his last bout. This is another tough fight to call. MichaelChandler looks very hungry, but right now, Oliveira is red hot. Or as the Brazilians say, red hotchi. And his wins have been against guys in the UFC. So, I'm going to have to go with Oliveira by rear naked choke. What are your picks for UFC 262? Make sure to let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner.